What strikes me right off the bat is those aren't some off-the-cuff misogynistic thoughts that came out the wrong way. He's reading that from a paper. That boy sat down and typed that out. He put some thought in that. And then he looked it over and said, yeah, that sounds good. The real question is, how does somebody with such an obvious deficit in critical thinking skills end up on a stage delivering a commencement speech for an institution of higher learning? Let me tell you, Harrison, what feels better than scrubbing your piss off of a toilet seat? Walking up in a courtroom, standing toe-to-toe with an arrogant son of a fishwife just like you, and mopping the floor with him. I know this because I've done it. It beats the heck out of getting the perfect char on your steak because you'll only eat it well done. How old are you, Harrison? Let me give it a go here. You ain't even 30 years old. The arrogance to take that stage at 28 years old and tell these women you know what's best for them. Baby, you don't know what's best for yourself. Is your frontal lobe even fully formed? It's the audacity, the nerve, I guess, that really creeps me out, Harrison. Of a 28-year-old douche canoe, self-righteous douche canoe, to take that stage and tell women so matter-of-factly what they want. I'm a 42-year-old woman, Harrison, and I can tell you one dream I have never had, and that is to be a homemaker, to make a home. Now, I have dreamed of paying somebody to make my home, clean it up, decorate it real nice, but I ain't never wanted to do it. If I was your wife, I'd take that big NFL football money you're making and I'd pay somebody else to beat those skid marks out of your panties. I ain't doing it. Poor Isabel. Does anybody else feel sorry for her? Now that we know what her husband thinks of women, now that we know her husband thinks he can speak for all women, the amount of mansplaining that poor woman must endure on a daily basis. Bless her heart. I'm sorry, it's just the ick of a 28-year-old boy acting like he possesses the wisdom and authority to shepherd these young women along the right paths for their lives. Gross. I don't care how much money he makes. You could not pay me enough money to share my life with a self-righteous, small-minded, arrogant, holier-than-thou, man-child, son of a fishwife like that. I love the Lord. I'm a firm believer. I want to trust that his plans are better than ours. But dear Lord, for the love of all that's good and holy, why did you give this man a daughter? He's raising a daughter. Here's the thing about self-righteous, holier-than-thou sons of fishwives like you, Harrison. Y'all's egos are so out of control that you think you can take a stage like that graduation stage and deliver a speech like you delivered, and y'all think you're going to get away with it. Meanwhile, the rest of us are just sitting back waiting for the hookers to come forward and tell us all the nasty, deviant things you paid them to do, while poor Isabel was at the house homemaking, and how teeny tiny your brain is.